At the story's beginning, a man with yet another son rushes out into the street, needing a godfather. He is presented with God, the devil, and death. Ian and I analyze his choices and character.
What did you think about the beginning? Because I was kind of taken aback by God showing up as like the
Yeah,
first option.
yeah,
Um, like the father, the physician guy's father is, clearly not aware of birth control, or is against it. I mean, 13 kids is a lot of freaking kids. Um, I feel sorry for his wife. Um, but they keep having the kids. And so
yeah,
he's so panicked at the last one that he just runs out onto the street.
yeah,
It's like, I've run out of people I can ask to, godparent my children. I just got to find some random stranger.
yeah,
Uh, and the first random stranger is God.
yeah.
And he says no. And I don't know. What do you?
So, I mean, I sort of thought maybe a little bit like you're implying that this whole story has kind of a comedic element to it. Comedy in the little bit older sense of, I mean, also funny, but in the sense of like comedies as opposed to tragedies are when your problems are kind of solved at the end in kind of like a complex, but maybe uh, not that realistic way. And so that's why, and that evolved into like a silliness or funniness, I guess. That's my basic idea of the evolution of comedy. But but yeah, I thought that to me that was a comedic touch. It's like so there's this guy that's working really hard, and like you're saying, he's working in more than one way really hard, just very energetic, but on the end of his, I'll try not to make it like a sexual pun or something, but at the end of his rope, it's
Right.
and then yeah, he runs out and it's like I need help. Half the town's a godfather to my kid. I don't know what to do. We need to watch after him. And it's like, uh, who are you? I am God. All right. Well, no, you're not. uh, okay. Go
Yeah.
on to the next thing. I'm gonna
You
try
were
to do a miracle.
It's like you're looking for a godfather. Here's God.
Yeah.
Maybe bring those two together. I don't know,
Yeah.
um, but no, he says, no, you give to the rich and let the poor starve, which shows sort of in the very least, a lack of faith or a lack of understanding of
Yeah.
the requirements of creating and maintaining a world. I mean, not
Yeah.
that I understand them, but like, I don't think you get to really genuinely go to God and be like, hey, you're not being fair. And so, screw you, because my understanding of what you're doing is totally correct.
That's right.
And clearly you're in the wrong here. Like,
That's right.
I think that by definition negates that you're talking about what the word God is meant to symbolize.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. Di- I thought that sort of showed his arrogance, and then he's not so much just a man who is in a desperate situation, but a man who has maybe been trying, who has kind of gotten himself into this situation. You were talking about how many kids he has, and he's working really hard, but he's kind of, yeah, dug his own grave, not to kind of foreshadow death too much, but yeah, I mean, there's something about uh, like the entrepreneurial spirit, or maybe it's not entrepreneurialism, but it's something about maybe like when you work really hard and but but you're not trying to give up the idea of the results, kind of, you're not tied too much to the results. Maybe that's the good entrepreneurial spirit, but I have an idea of this sort of like you're trying to control the results too much and you're resenting like not getting the results that you wanted. And maybe there's this controlling aspect of this where the guy's arrogant and he thinks he knows how the world should be run, when he turns God down that way. And there's this idea like the Godfather isn't just someone who's like a good person who will look after my son in some way, have some proper relationship of Godfather to him, but like maybe this idea, I'm trying to guarantee, the result here. And this reminds me
Hmm.
of some other kind of fathers, like the merchant in the King of the Golden Mountain, and especially the one that we did, the golden, what was it called? The the spirit in the bottle,
Yeah,
where
where they
the
with the woodcutter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I think in that one too, wasn't the idea like he's like really hardworking, but kind of poor, and he's really like he's got his nose too close to the grindstone, and where he can't kind of let go of the results and kind of trust God or trust the world, or just not think about daily bread only in his life.
Hmm.
And that
Hmm.
kind of transfers to the son in both stories, who become a very successful physician, although with like a
Yeah.
different outcome in like the two stories.
Yeah, I forgot that the in the spirit in the bottle, he ends up being a physician too. Huh, that is interesting. Um, but no, I'm just to come back to this one. I'm completely with you on that because I was thinking when I was reading this, I was thinking, like if God appears before you and says that God will hold your child at baptism and care for him and make him happy,
Yeah,
and your response is like to focus on the fact that you're poor and that there are rich people,
yeah,
like you're missing something. You're too he's too focused on class or income or entrepreneurship, money, expectations, all that stuff that you were talking about. Like he's sort of blinded by that. He's blinded to what it actually means to have. Because I think anybody reading this rationally, clear-headedly would be like, why wouldn't you want God as your godparent? Like that
yeah,
seems kind of obvious. And then even later on, we can touch on this more later, but just because it applies, he gets death, which is still pretty cool to be the godparent. Like that's still pretty
yeah.
rare. And then death even says, "I will make your child rich and famous, for he has in me a friend who cannot fail," or something like that.
Mm,
Um, and the man doesn't say thank you. He says, "It's next Sunday. Be on time. Don't be late." So he's very focused on like efficiency and like what has to happen and his view, his whole like perspective. And he's not seeing any of the reality of what's happening to him. He's just sort of like he has this need, he has this concern about money, and he has this need to like have everything turn out okay. And
yeah,
that's all he can see. So um yeah, I think we're definitely looking at like not the best father figure, or at least a father figure with some very seriously painted issues.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I mean, he's given these huge gifts, these three supernatural figures that all offer them what he needs, like far more than what he could expect or hope for. And then he's already, like you said, thinking of his needs, trying to order it all according to that. And yeah, that's not a good strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, not at all.
Please like and subscribe for more of our open minded content, and comment below on your thoughts or questions about the story. Let us know if you'd like us to cover another stimulating story, and thank you for participating.